Bridge collapses, unsafe roads, new ads hitting the airways are hoping to convince you to tax yourself more to help drivers all over the state.
The River Bridge collapse was a rude awakening. There are another 160 bridges and overpasses in Washington rated in poor condition. That's why I oppose.
But the other side of this campaign says this bridge collapse was caused by a crash, and the state is using scare tactics to get to voters. These ads are part of the No 976 coalition, a group asking voters to say no to saving themselves money. They say it's basically this: pay for a $30 car tab or have better and safer roads to drive on and buses to ride it. That's the choice for voters come November. In News for Your Money tonight, 4 News Now reporter Eleni Dow took a closer look at the ballot measure and how it will affect you. Eleni.
Thanks, Aaron. This isn't the first time anti-tax activist Tim Eyman's measure went before voters. Voters approved similar plans in 1999 and 2002, but both were struck down by courts.
This is a government resolution telling voters how to vote on a citizen initiative. It is an arrogant, improper use of tax dollars.
Tim Eyman wants to bring back $30 car tabs in his ballot measure, Initiative 976. No matter how much your car is worth, that's all you'd pay the state. And cities wouldn't be able to add on additional fees either. You'd also save money because a state sales tax of 0.3% on cars would be eliminated. And you'd pay less for snowmobile licenses, trailer, and electric vehicle fees. The Office of Fiscal Management says state and local governments will lose more than $4 billion in the next 6 years if the initiative passes.
Because it is going to be extremely harmful to all people in Washington state. Bus, bike, pedestrian, rail, and other multimodal cuts in our city will be extremely harmful to the members of the Transit Riders Union that use all those modes of transportation.
Your car tab money goes to the Transportation Benefits District. The money is being used by 62 cities across the state for improvements, like fixing the roads and keeping up the transit systems. The Office of Fiscal Management says for fiscal year 2018, the state collected more than $58 million through this fee. The city of Spokane alone collected about $3 million in 2018, with the money going to street improvements. But the improvements aren't what matters to Eyman.
What I find just inconceivable, and I'm out of time, is that you can't recognize the fact that people are extremely upset about this, and they're very upset because their elected officials aren't telling them and acknowledging that it's a problem. Instead, you're saying, just take it because we're using the money on really good stuff.